This is what happens when I don't sit on a chair. Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mandy Grace. I am an author, and I blog, and I don't know what I'm doing with this intro. Nothing can beat me falling over, so we'll just leave it at that. So I was going to make a video today, just talking about the next novel that I will be publishing, and then I fell over. And now my brain is all over the place. So I'm going to try and focus back in on Return to Sherwood. So the novel that I'm currently getting through the editing process so that I can publish it is called Return to Sherwood. Where to begin? Return to Sherwood is the novel that I started writing in NaNoWriMo 2017. And I made the 50,000 words, and then in the months following I finished the novel. And then in the 2 years since then, it has been an editing process. It's a behemoth, because it has 15 points of view, and I want each of them to have a well-rounded character arc so that it's not ridiculous and pointless for them to be there, which requires a lot of work. And it is, in essence, an extenuation of my Robin Hood series. The Robin Hood series was based entirely off of the legend of Robin Hood, so not necessarily historically accurate. The story itself was in a historical setting in a sense. It was in the 12th century, but I didn't do a ton of research on it because the Robin Hood series was just the legend of Robin Hood. So it was very mythical and legendary and not really based in fact at all. This new series that I'm writing has the same characters. They've definitely carried over to the new series, but it is much more historically based. This is actually a historical novel, unlike the Robin Hood series, which was just loosely based off of possible historical events, maybe. Return to Sherwood is set a few years after my Robin Hood series and is during the reign of King John. I thought it would be interesting, since so many of the modern Robin Hood stories set it with Richard the Lionheart and the evil Prince John and that sort of thing. I thought it would be fascinating, considering, historically speaking, John did in fact become the King of England, what it would be like for Robin Hood when King John was king. Obviously they don't like each other, so how would that play out? So that is what Return to Sherwood is about. John has become the King of England. He wants Robin Hood dead, and he's sent mercenaries to track down all of the outlaws that worked with Robin Hood and kill them all. So that's what happens. Well, they don't all die. That's not what happens. But they get chased around by mercenaries, and some people might die, I don't know. Actually, I do know, but I'm not going to tell you. So in this novel, I'm doing a ton of research because I want it to be historically accurate, because this is actually going to be a historical novel. I mean, it has the name Robin Hood in the book, and Robin Hood is not necessarily a historical figure, although there was likely someone, or multiple someones, who inspired that legend. But, yeah, aside from his name, I want this story to be historical. The events of King John's life and his wars with Philip of France and his nephew Arthur and like all the things that happened, historically speaking, are going to happen in my novel, and my characters are simply going to be living through what was real life, rather than the Robin Hood series where I was making things up based off of a legend. It's a very different writing experience, because with the Robin Hood series, it was just Robin Hood. So I could do practically anything I wanted. With the Return to Sherwood novel, I can't really do whatever I want. My characters can do whatever I want them to, but the historical figures, and there are many in my book, are in a very strict line of this is what they are allowed to do, and be, and accomplish. So, it's a weird, different sort of writing experience, but I'm loving it. I love the research part. That is so much fun. I love researching. History is amazing. Kind of terrifying also, but amazing. I'm basically just rambling at this point. So let's summarize. Return to Sherwood is a historical novel detailing what might have been the life of a Robin Hood type person if King John hated them and sent mercenaries to kill them. So that's Return to Sherwood! And I hope it sounded intriguing, because I absolutely love this story and I cannot wait to publish it. I'm so excited. I sounded really desperate right there. I'm so excited. I'll try not to fall down too much in the future, because that was crazy. I was also stuck upside down. I didn't take the time while I was holding the camera to show you how I was stuck, but I was stuck with my feet in the air. It was an odd experience. I'm impressed that I saved the camera from falling with my makeshift tripod, but, you know, I know my priorities. This is what happens when I don't sit on a chair. So there you go. Return to Sherwood. I'm obviously excited to get this edited and published, and I don't really have anything else to say. So have a wonderful day, and happy writing, everybody!